Hi, I'm Kenneth Lund, and I would like to show you a project that was completed on one of my quilt frames. I specialize in machine quilting with home sewing machines. In this quilt, I'd just like to talk to you about some considerations that you might want to think about when developing your project. Now, this quilt here is almost square, and it has some really good things to consider when machine quilting. It has stripes and patterns to form a square area. Now, when we mounted this quilt, we wanted to be able to do some long runs of quilting, and so as you can see here, we did all of this kind of fine stippling work across the full width of the frame. Now, we did that in a few areas. We did it in this area that I showed, and then we did some larger patterns in this area here. And now here's the point I want to show you. This quilt was actually mounted 2 different times for doing the machine quilting, because once this long run is completed, then of course it's rolled up to go on to the next area, which we did some circles here and a little bit, well, any special pattern work you'd do then. But instead of doing just a little tiny bit on the area here and then having to roll it up and do a tiny bit more, we waited. We did the long runs all this direction first, and then when we got down to here, we did. It becomes less critical as the square gets smaller, but we did our patterns through here. And then once we had all of those long runs done, then we take the quilt off, and then we turned it 90 degrees, and then we did these other long runs. Takes a few minutes just to dismount it and put it on again, but it saves so much time, and it makes for a more fluid look. In other words, even though you start and stop and you could do that just fine, it's a lot nicer to do long runs. And with the frames and the kits that I sell, it's easy to do, to have a 10-foot wide frame and to do these big long runs and get a lot of it done. It goes really fast. Turn it, do the other long runs. It makes for a beautiful quilt. Now on this this particular video, I'll show you some segments of the quilting that is being taken place and how it works. But just a few project considerations and ways to use your frame. Thought you'd like it. Thank you.